there's an increase in lawsuits against property managers, eviction attorneys, and yes, property owners, rental property owners. Hey, Kevin Amolsch, Pine Financial Group. We work together so you succeed. You found us here on YouTube. You found us here on Facebook. Help us out. We're trying to build a channel so we can help more people like you. Hit like, hit subscribe, and leave us some comments below. Let me know what you think about the content. Super short video here today, guys, but I think it's super important. I want to discuss real fast class action lawsuit. So a class action lawsuit, by definition, is two or more plaintiffs attacking one defendant, basically suing one defendant. And the idea is that the group or the class all has the same grief and they're all trying to solve the problem as one unit. The reason they have class action lawsuits is to help the courts out, so you don't have 50 different individuals suing one person. They have 50 different court cases. Put them all together, have one case, try at one time. So it's more efficient that way. Now, most attorneys will tell you, even though it's possible to have a class action with only two plaintiffs, it's most common, most successful if you have like maybe 24 or even more than that. Otherwise, the court may say, hey, each one has to be tried separately. I'm bringing up this class action lawsuit because there's an increase in lawsuits against property managers, eviction attorneys, and yes, property owners, rental property owners. So how do we protect ourselves as real estate investors from class action lawsuits? This really is important for multifamily owners, although anytime you have multiple units, I think that you should be aware of this growing trend. Okay, so a lot of times the class action lawsuit attorney gets paid on what's called a contingency fee, which just basically means they only get paid if they're able to collect money from you as the defendant. So they have to win the lawsuit, get the judgment, and then collect on the judgment, or settle the case and they'll take a piece of the settlement. I think that's important because a lot of your tenants may not have the money to go after or the desire to go after you with their own cash, but if they come together and they hire a contingent fee attorney, it's much more likely that you'll see some action, and a group together fuels each other. They get all motivated and angry and all of that when they're together. So how do we protect ourselves? Well, it's about adding layers of protection. We have our LLCs, we have our insurance, we have all of the asset protection stuff that we like to talk about. But there's one extra piece that we haven't really discussed. It was just brought to my attention from our attorney, so I thought I would share it with our viewers, and that's adding a waiver, a class action waiver inside your leases. I recommend putting this in your lease if you only own one property or if you own hundreds or thousands of properties. It's just smart to have this little clause inside your leases. Just adds an extra layer of protection. I should say I'm not an attorney, and I've been told that this may or may not work in court. You may not be able to waive your right to a class action as a tenant, but if they sign it, at least it could deter them and deter the contingent fee attorney from coming after you. And then obviously the number one thing to protect yourself is to do the right thing. So if you're getting maintenance requests and that kind of thing, follow the rules. Make it a safe, comfortable place for your tenants to live. That's just smart business anyway. But let's add the waiver into our leases. I'm not an attorney, okay? But I will help you with this waiver. If you email our office, email Callie, and she'll send out a few examples of this waiver that you could add to your lease. And then we would recommend that you run that by your own attorney for your own situation to make sure it fits what you're trying to do. So we'll just give you like a little template here that you could add to your lease and then run it by your attorney to get his or her blessing. So do that. It's Callie at pinefinancialgroup.com. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Leave me some comments below and you could check us out at pinefinancialgroup.com.